Greetings, everyone. This is Greg for Teslafaninsight. We like to give as much information as we can to our viewers, and today we're doing one of our parking lot purloined trips. So we're in Tyson's Corner, McLean, Virginia. We're at the Tesla facility here, and we're looking around to sort of get a feel for what's here. So part of your job today is I'm going to drive through and give you a chance to take a look at the inventory of cars. All the vehicles on my left are repair vehicles, and then we're going to swing around the building so we can see what the inventory of non-repair vehicles are. So this is what we're looking at. Looks like several models. Well, I think you guys can count and see the type of vehicles, so I don't have to worry about that. So what I wanted to cover today is the fact that it was just announced by Elon that they're actually shutting down production. And wow, there's a van going on. So Elon just announced that on the 23rd, they're actually going to be shutting down production, and we don't know for how long. What's up, man? Good job at Tesla. There's a Tesla repair guy there, and he's moving the repair vehicles into the facility. So I saw him go by me in a white Model S that had a repair tag on it. So one of the methods they use at our facility is they kind of get jammed with vehicles up front. So we tend to come back to the back of the parking lot to kind of see, well, what's kind of sitting back here. So again, if you can see, all the vehicles here are non-delivery vehicles. They're actually, those are actually all vehicles they're non-delivery, they're repair vehicles that are in place. There's no tag on the white car, the white Tesla you just saw. So my sense of it is that we also have employee cars back here. So if it's not a repair vehicle, which would have been on the side of the building, we're in the back of the building kind of looking over the repair vehicles. One of our goals from this has been in the past to sort of collect numbers of vehicles and sort of be able to imply how many cars are on the lot versus what's usually here. We're not at the end of the month yet, but we are at the end of the quarter. So the general feel of those numbers will have an impact. So we're on the rear right side of the building here, and we're kind of taking a look at what kind of inventory is sitting out. Yep, so we have some Model 3s that we're looking at. You can tell these are to be delivered to customers because of the covering for the, whatchamacallit. Wow, and we're full in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, we've got about 80 cars that are sitting up in there. I'm being pushed out of the way here, so let me get out of the way. We have a delivery. This is the delivery space for the car, right there. Sorry. And so we're just passed up the delivery space, and we're going. So what we're seeing right now is a ton of cars, and this is sort of the front of the building here. We're just going to pull past as we usually do. This is kind of how things look. So basically, we're at front of the building. This is kind of unusual. Usually we don't have the delivery or the repair vehicle here sitting in front because that's a customer space. So we have a lot of vehicles up front here. We have a few cars in the repair facility. I would say that if I were to argue right now, what I'm seeing is we have a ton of Model S's. So the so I know this is bad video, but we're really not allowed to go inside the building. So our objective is for you guys to see the cars here. And one thing you could do is kind of slow down the video to kind of count up the number of vehicles. I was a little surprised there. We're carrying a lot of inventory right now. So when we came around the side of the building where the new cars are, what the usual process is that if they're sold out, there are no cars sitting in front of the building. In this case, sort of the non-delivered vehicle warehouse was full, and that's when they push out and park cars on the side. So right now, I was trying to count the cars in there and I got pushed out of the way, so I apologize. But basically, from what I can see, there's a lot of warranty repair going on for a new computer system for the Model S's. So as a result, I'm seeing a lot of those S's here for that repair. Same thing with the X's. The other thing that I was noticing is that it feels right now that we're kind of high on inventory. We seem to be above the norm by, at least 10 or 15 cars. So when we come back here at the end of the quarter, which will be kind of the end of next week, we'll take a look to see if there's a lot of excess vehicles. If there are, numbers sold might be on the light side. If it's empty, we're sort of meeting the numbers. So it's hard to tell whether those vehicles were ordered or not. So that's another data point to consider. It's funny because it's a Thursday night. I'm used to coming usually on Saturday or Sunday on a way to or from church. Today is an unusual day for us to come, and we would think an unusual day for people who are purchasing to come because, this has to be the first time I've ever seen this. I actually drove by the front of the building on the way in, and what looked like the store manager had their front doors open because they were moving cars in and out. And I didn't really see, I saw one family, maybe two, that are there looking at vehicles, but in general, it was kind of a lot of cars, a lot of Tesla repair vehicles going on, but I really didn't see that many sort of new delivery takers or new customers who are getting test drives right now. So it kind of looks like we're in that mid-month zone. We're not pushing yet for the end of the quarter, but in general, my view of things is that a lot of cars on the lot, etc. Yes, we just talked about the fact that Fremont is about to close on the 23rd. I thought the date of closure was rather strange because what it suggested to me is that Elon knows the date at which they're going to meet the numbers they need for the quarter. So if he's going to shut down, he's going to shut down on a day that allows him to meet his performance numbers. I'm going to give you just a backward view here of the facility and the cars in it. And so I just wanted to give you a quick last view of what the lot was looking like. So in general, I'd have to say that I see a lot of Model 3s, as we would expect. Actually, I didn't see any Model Ys. I would think that whoever got them has decided to pick them up right away. In general, I see a lot of cars. It's hard to use this as a guide. If you guys really want to be sticklers about it, please take time to go over to our Facebook page because we've been coming to this same lot every, once a month, twice a month for the last 2 years. So you can kind of look at the number of vehicles that you see on the lot as sort of a general guide. One of the other methods that I use for evaluating the lot is that there's a situation here where there's a parking lot on the side of the building for repair vehicles. And when they're overloaded with repair vehicles, every square inch of the space is used. Right now, they actually have the cars nicely parked next to each other. So it suggested to us that, hey, you guys aren't buried in cars right now. You have vehicles in on a service plan. Any rate, I think that the 23rd is kind of a good day. And the reason is we're losing only theoretically maybe 4 days of production. And in theory, that's about 4,000. We're doing 10,000 a week, theoretically 4,000 cars that are lost for production for this quarter. I don't think that that number of cars will affect the Tesla's ability to meet its profit and revenue goals. Another data point is that I trade Tesla's options as well. I got a chance to make a little bit of money on the uprise of the stock by 100 today. But guess what? It's going to be down 100 tomorrow because of the announcement of the 23rd. So we're not happy about the shutdown. I thought Elon had escaped it, but at least he's getting to shut down on his own terms, and I think he can meet his quarterly production by the 23rd, which is great news. Any rate, this this isn't a trade blast. It's more like a parking lot blast, and we're calling it parking lot purloined. Any rate, this is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks once again for joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe. I want to also thank our Patreon supporters as well as our subscribers. Your presence is greatly appreciated. Would highly recommend you consider our Patreon because you get more shows and more information on a weekly basis. And we do have our top tier, which includes our you get a phone call or a text if in fact there's some breaking news that might affect your shares dramatically, as we did with a few folks today. Yes, I've heard about the ventilator business. I was kind of checking because there was a vehicle that just went by that's one of Tesla's external repair vehicles, but it wasn't marked Tesla. So it was interesting to see just a white van without the Tesla markings. Any rate, wanted to thank you for joining us. Don't forget your 25 leg lifts so you don't mess up your knees. Also wanted to encourage you to do a 35 SPF on a daily basis. No cancer. Also wanted to mention, don't go to bed within 2 hours of eating, preferably 4. Allow the food to digest. Any rate, thanks once again for joining us. Have a great day. Bye for now. This was just a quickie to sort of show you the lot at our local facilities. Have a great day. Tschüss, macht's gut, au revoir, lehitrot, choda hafez. In Jamaica we say, no respect, walk good man. Have a great day and thanks for now. Goodbye.